At Rathkamp Financial, we offer customized investment solutions and superior client service. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Litter Media Special Edition. This is the Fairfield County edition, and today we're talking with first-time guest Corey Schoonover, the Executive Director of the Fairfield County Humane Society. Corey, thanks for joining us, and especially on such short notice. Everybody's kind of running to catch up to get into the new year here.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome, and thanks for having me.
First of all, one of the things that we wanted to cover that it sounds like we don't need to take care of for the month of January, your Rascal unit clinics, it looks like you're pretty much filled up for January's.
Yes, I know you had reached out about it, and I'm happy to say, well, for those people that were able to get in before we booked up, that those are full. So we're going to anxiously wait for the release of our February date so we can continue to book more people. That is a very popular program, for sure.
And you try to do those each month?
Yes, we have them scheduled monthly, and then we used to book a couple months in advance. That's how fast they would book up. But with staffing issues, with Rascal unit or weather, especially in the wintertime, we don't book too far in advance, so we don't have to cancel people. So we always release, once we've confirmed the date, we'll release that on our Facebook page, so people can come in and prepay.
Obviously, you're getting a lot of traffic on that page because once you posted the availabilities, you said it filled up right quick. So let's assume that we're talking to some people that maybe not familiar with the Fairfield County Humane Society. Let's talk about your location, your hours, and how big the facility is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're located in Lancaster at 1721 Granville Pike. That's State Route 37. So if you're in Lancaster and you're heading out of town on 37, we're just past Ohio University, Lancaster. We're up on the left. We premise that we're next to the baseball field, and then the county dog shelter is located next to us, and then we're up the hill from them. So it's pretty easy to find. Even coming into town, we have a lot of people come from Baltimore, Pickerington area, just straight down 37, and we're right there. We're open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 11 to 7. Tuesdays and Saturdays 11 to 3. Now I'm going to tell you, those are our shelter hours. So when we're talking about Rascal unit and you want to come in and prepay to get on that schedule, those are the hours that you're interested in. The reason I say that is we actually have a on-site vet clinic that we built about 3 years ago. And they have some different hours. They're by appointment only. But so we offer vet services to people that have current pets. So we do, let's say it's a vet clinic without emergency services, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So your vaccines, your well visits, maybe your dog's shaking its head, you think it has an ear infection. We do blood work and all that different stuff. But what we don't do is we don't have x-ray or if for some reason your dog swallows something or maybe gets out and unfortunately maybe gets into an accident, that's something you're going to have to go to a full service vet for.
Mm-hmm. With the pet adoptions, for example, what's the usual procedure for that in Fairfield County?
So we have an adoption application that we have everyone do. You can access it from our website at fairhumane.org. On the website, you can see all of our available dogs and cats. You can choose to submit that application online so we can process it. Usually same day process, sometimes depending on the day of the week, about 24 or 48 hours. We do a vet reference. Also, if you rent, we do check with the landlord, make sure that, hey, are they allowed to have a pet? Are there any pet restrictions? So we go through that process, knock that out, and then, We always encourage people to come in and do a meet and greet with a cat or dog. Bring the family if you have another pet. We always encourage that. We have adoption rooms set up so you can meet with a potential new family member and make sure it's going to work out.
On any particular day, you know, not a definite number, how many animals do you have to keep there at the shelter at any one given time?
We like to stay full, if that makes sense. And the only reason I say that is there's always a need. There's always someone asking for assistance. So when we are full, we're usually in that 120 animals per day range, dogs and cats combined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For our viewers, Corey is also a member of Lancaster City Council. And this brings up a question, a scenario that occurred a few years ago in the city of Chillicothe, where council had to deal with some legislation that dealt with feral cats. Is that a problem in Lancaster or Fairfield County in general?
Yeah, I think it's a problem in a lot of places. I spent probably about 7 years. Interesting fact, and I say this tongue in cheek a little bit because I don't want to upset anyone, but the Humane Society is really the one that everyone calls and say, hey, I have this cat problem, yada, yada, yada. You need to fix it. And it's one of those where I don't have a problem helping, right? The situation, that's what we do on a daily basis. But we need, the stray cat problem is a community problem, and it needs addressed by the community. Now, I don't mind leading the charge on that, but it took 7 years to get like the city of Lancaster involved, and then to get Fairfield County government involved. It's a problem that everyone knows is there. Everyone has an opinion about it, and then their opinions differ on how we're going to handle it. So on a positive note with that, I don't know how it worked out in Chillicothe, but a couple years ago, we started a trap, neuter, return program with help from the city and then help from the county. So they're pitching in some funds and we're matching those funds. And we've been able in the last few years fix over 800 cats a year with that program. And some people like it, some people don't. Some people just want to see the cats go away, which I'm here to tell you that's never going to happen. But let's figure out how to keep the 10 cats in your neighborhood to 10 cats. And that's what that TNR program is for. And we've gotten great response. We have a waiting list for it. We actually offer the service for free. Wow. To Fairfield County residents. Again, to really, we know it's a problem. We're here to help with it, and we're doing the best we can. And we've been getting good community support with it too.
So by and large, as far as Joe or Susie Citizen coming in to have a cat spayed or neutered, it sounds like you're getting some good response on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do that program. We usually have 2 or 3 surgery days a month. It's again, it's a get on the list and we'll get you taken care of. It's just that one you got to be patient with. I mean, we probably have on those surgery days, we do 30 to 50 cats a day. It takes a lot of coordination with the people that feed the stray cats and we make sure that we're getting them trapped properly. Heck, we did a big, it was the end of October. We did our first ever big spay day where we had 7 veterinarians and my whole staff. We ended up, a bunch of volunteers, we ended up fixing, what was it, 270 cats, 280 cats in one day.
Wow.
Yes.
Try herding all that together.
Yes, that was, it was interesting, but I will tell you, it turned out well enough that we're willing to do it again, which is fantastic.
You are a brave soul.
You got to, go big or go home. You got to take some extreme measures. And I think that just proves, hey, we are here to help and we want you to participate.
Corey, just what you were talking about, to make something like that feasible, you not only have to have you folks, the volunteers, but also the veterinarians who do the actual spay or neuter. You might give those guys and gals a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. The veterinarian field is very tough. It demands a lot, and I think people are very demanding. Obviously, they love their pets and they want what's best for them, but there's, to a point, there's only so much that one person can do, and I think you really need to respect what the industry is, whether it's, even my staff. I have veterinarians on staff, I have vet techs, and what they see and what they deal with, even what we deal with on the shoulder side, it's mentally exhausting, mentally draining, and I think people need to, and this really goes for anywhere, even if you have a big McDonald's sign behind you. I mean, even for those folks working at McDonald's, people need to be understanding of others, and it's a huge message in this industry and really to anybody, right? So definite shout out to the veterinarians and their staffs.
Corey, in Fairfield County, the lion's share of the funding that keeps your guys' doors open, every day, where's that come from? Is it donations, tax base, what?
It's donations, tax dollars, and I don't say we don't get any tax dollars because we have that TNR program. So that funding is the tax dollars you see. So from a budget perspective, we're like less than half a percent of our budget comes from tax dollars. So it's donations, grants. We've been very fortunate over the years to have folks leave us money in their will that we turn around and use to create projects like TNR or add on to our facility. As an example, for people that don't know us or not familiar, I've been here for 13 years, and we started in the old dog shelter building that was built in 1939.
Wow.
And had 1,200 square feet. We have added on 4 times now, I think, and our facility is almost 10,000 square feet. And that's only possible because the community has seen what we continue to do. People have left us donations, and we don't sit on our hands and do nothing with that and say, hey, we have all this money in the bank. It's how are we going to use that to make lives better for the community, not just pets, but the pet owners, and how do we make pet ownership affordable? And that's where you see like the vet clinic offering the Rascal unit, low cost spay and neuter. We offer boarding services at a low cost. So I think the more support we get from the community and we turn that around, but yes, it's not, hey, you need to do this for me because I pay your salary. No, that's, unless you're writing a check monthly to donate, you're not paying our salary, right?
If an individual or business would like to donate to the Fairfield County Humane Society, what would be the best way to do that? Or if somebody wanted to have a fundraiser?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a bunch of different options for that. When you visit our website at fairhumane.org, we have the simple PayPal options. We have a membership page where we do a yearly membership drive that is probably one of our biggest fundraisers. And then we have a community outreach coordinator that we brought on in 2023 to really help if someone wants to do an event or wants us to come to an event or wants to do a fundraiser for us. You just reach out through our email at info@fairhumane.org and we can get together and brainstorm those ideas. But I think even the bigger gifts that we're talking about, I work with those folks directly. I think people have different wishes, right? So I really try and make those things happen if you're wanting to be a big donor like that. And then you have monthly donations that we get a lot, even businesses. Litter Propane is a good example with helping to support us through the years for sure.
Well, Corey, we're so glad you were able to join us. And again, let's stay in touch, do some other visits like this throughout the course of 2024, especially when you've got something coming up, special event type things, and we'll get that word out for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that.
Again, we've been talking with Corey Schoonover. He's the executive director of the Fairfield County Humane Society, our guest today on the Litter Media Special Edition for Fairfield County.